folks, welcome to part 6 of our little series of videos. We've just headed down from the Gold Coast and we're here on the northern coast of New South Wales now in Yamba. The poor folks in New South Wales over the last few years haven't been able to take much of a trick weather-wise. They've had floods, fires, and we seem to have been here on holidays during most of those. So today I had a game of golf planned at a place aptly named McLean, and poured down rain all night. Had to cancel that, so that's not happening. Went and got some fishing gear, again too wet and rainy for that. So today just looks like it's going to be a book reading day. The place that we've got here, it's the Big Four Saltwater, was a little bit further out of Yamba than we thought, so there is a little bit of a drive, probably 10 minutes or so into Yamba and probably the other way to McLean. But it's a nice spot. It's a great caravan park for kids. A little bit removed than that for us, but look, we'll finish up here and have a good time, no doubt, and then we move on to Crescent Head.
Not a happy boy, you're not talking to us. What's wrong? You've got no friends? Are you got no friends, Kookaburra? Well, hello. So we're looking at us now. You're over your shitty little mood. You think Gab's in the kitchen rustling you up something to eat? I got news for you, and it's all bad. That man cares nothing, honey. He'd eat you if he'd get his hands on you. And here we are back with Scott, who has no friends, but is now after our dinner, who is Exhibit A, little Gabby, cooking the barbecue.
Watching the Kookaburra, can you get the steak out?
And not happy because he's trying to knock off his dinner. Let's just go back to Scott, who's hungry. All he wants is a little bit of steak, so he's not getting it here. Gavin, not trusting Scott.
Oh, he switched 3 times.
Gav's gonna lose his steak and he's not happy about it. I love
Not
it.
in the slightest.
Who won?
I'm the winner.
Scott with
Oh,
what?
God.
Scott's cracked him. Yeah, Scott's cracked him now. He's taken it. Gavin won. One to
What
go.
is it with me and birds? Jen decided to go off and explore the little Scottish riverside town called McLean. Lots of things Scottish there. A lot of the poles are painted in the tartan colours of the clans, and she found it very, very interesting. Rain, rain and more rain. Unfortunately, Yamba was a bit of a bust for us. It was a nice place, but a lot of rain while we were there, and unfortunately the caravan park we stayed at was just too far out to let you wander around town or anything. It's probably about 10 minutes, so we left there pretty early. We had plenty of time and we decided to do a bit of a detour on the way to Crescent Head, and we called in at a couple of lovely places around the Southwest Rocks area. Southwest Rocks itself, the Troll Bay Jail and Smoky Cape Lighthouse, which are all well worth the visit. little look at the Crescent Head skyline, for the want of a better word. A lot of houses up on the hills, a little bit like an Airlie beach style, and that has some lovely views out over the ocean. Excuse the sun for a second. Just a beautiful, beautiful place. Just about to walk out the gates of the caravan park. This is how close the country club is. It's a good little club. It's got probably at least a dozen reasonable sized screen TVs. I'm going to be watching the AFL today, so out of those 12 or so screens, hopefully one will have AFL on. Jen's off to the market today. You too, thank you. We didn't end up having a game here, but here's just a view from the second tee at Crescent Head. A little bit reminiscent of Ireland. So it might be the 8th tee. Well, we've arrived here at the Vintage in the Hunter Valley today, and we've actually decided we'll make this our last stop for the trip. We've been going for about 7.5 weeks, and there's a few things happening at home and have happened at home that we'd like to go back to. We've also just probably had a little bit much of the travelling around. We were going to go to Bateman's Bay, Bermagui and Walwa, but weather-wise, because we've come back down from Northern Territory and Queensland, it's not that appealing anymore, and we thought we'd like to do that probably coming into summer some other time. So we're going to cut it short by about a week, and we've had a great time, and we'll just finish up with a few other pictures here at the Hunter Valley, and just then give the results on what's happened during the trip. Been quite a few changes and a few things added since we were here last, certainly in the way of bars and facilities. We've only got 2 days, which is unfortunate, but we'll certainly come back and enjoy those. I'm actually going to have a game of golf here tomorrow, and Jen's going to go off and have a look at the Hunter Valley Gardens. Had a game today at the Greg Norman Design Vintage course. A lovely course. I've played here a couple of times, but like our Kookaburra from earlier on in the thing, I had no mates to play with, so no scores to report. No one believes you anyway.
Hi guys, I feel like I've just arrived in heaven. I'm at the Hunter Valley Gardens. It is absolutely magnificent. I'm going to do a little video and show you what it's like. I've just walked in. Just beautiful.
So we've arrived safely back home. We had a great time, but in the end, with that time of year and events at home, 52 days was enough. As I said at the start of part 1, we kept track of a few things in case anyone might benefit from this information. In the end, we did 12,193 kilometres. About 10,000 kilometres was point to point, and the rest detours, sightseeing, etc. The total fuel bill was $1,980, and our economy ended up at an average of 7.2 litres per 100 k's. Originally it ran at 6.9, but as the air conditioner was used more often and the 130 kilometre speed limits came in the Northern Territory, the average ballooned up to 7.5 litres before settling back at the 7.2 average when we're using less air conditioning and the speed limits had come down. Our roadkill count was 0 birds, 0 animals and 4 snakes. Accommodation came in at $7,491, but we did have 11 nights with our Accor Vacation Club membership that didn't cost us directly. So without that, it would be fair to say to be around about 10 grand. We upgraded rooms for more space on 3 occasions, however, so that tended to prove that a mobile home probably wouldn't have been a good option for us. We can certainly understand how folks love that mode of travelling, however. We saw a number of advantages in it, but it just didn't suit us. Anyway, thanks to everyone for watching. We've had fun making the videos, so we hope you've enjoyed them as well. Cheers.